did just ask our solicitor if it's necessary to read all these. We could, if you want me to read them all, I'll read them. This is a long list. Okay. So, okay, just checking. So do we have a motion?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Item 7.3, the summer custodial worker. A motion is needed to approve Janice Heilman as the summer custodial worker as submitted, pending successful completion of all required paperwork and clearances. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 7.4, custodian new hire. A motion is needed to hire Denise Van Horn to the custodial position at a starting wage of $16 an hour as defined in the Service Employees International Union Collective Bargaining Agreement, pending successful completion of all required clearances and new hire paperwork. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to accept the retirement of employee number 346, effective at the end of the 23-24 school year as submitted.
So moved.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to accept the resignation of employee number 526 as submitted.
Regretfully, I will make that motion. Very regretful. And I will second it. Very regretful.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Payout of unused vacation days. A motion is needed to approve the pay. A motion is needed to approve the special education director / elementary principal job description as submitted.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the payout of unused vacation days as submitted.
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the agreement with Big Teams as submitted.
So moved.
Discussion?
What was Big Teams again?
That was the, wasn't it the headsets for football?
Heads.
Okay, I know I saw, and I just, okay. Okay, that's all, I just needed to refresh, thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the Lenape Tech 24-25 general fund budget as submitted.
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the board secretary to cast the ballots for the approval of the 24-25 Lenape Tech general fund budget.
Motion.
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the 24 through 26 agreement with Dr. Annette Merlino for school dental services as submitted.
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the 24 through 26 agreement with Dr. Kupas for school physician services as submitted.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the 24-25 general fund preliminary budget as submitted.
I think just for the record, if we can say what the millage rate is going to be and if there's an increase, just invite that to some of the primary.
Ms. Ettinger, we're trying to see what the millage rate is and if there's any increase. And while you're looking for that exact number or anything, I just have a question. The rebate that we've discussed for West Leechburg is included, so we'll just have details of that, but that line item is there, so we can give the breakdown of that in the coming
Yeah, it's the next meeting.
Yeah.
In the line item, we did add a line item for a rebate for Westmoreland County, for the upcoming school year for their taxes, since there was such a high increase with that, and it's a conversation we put in, so that line item is in there.
They're in your docs, in the general fund preliminary budget.
I'll look it up.
It is
Okay.
158.61 and 68.
Is there a tax increase?
Is it in here, this presentation from last time?
Yeah, it has the preliminary presentation.
Is there a tax increase in the current budget? That's, I think, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, there's no tax.
That's all.
The millage rates do adjust, though. Due to STEB.
This.
Right, yeah,
I think
but
it should be this.
just for the community aware that there's not a
No
tax
increase
increase
in millage rates.
scheduled
Thank you.
in this budget.
So the millage rates, just to state what was given at the agenda setting meeting, the millage rate for Armstrong County is 68.480. This is with no increase, that is the millage rate. And the millage rate for Westmoreland County is 158.610. Thank you.
And that's with a no increase, is that correct? Thank you.
That's no increase for the school, that's just the step calculations that we calculated.
Just
But
wanted
that
that for the record. Thanks.
Includes STEB rebalancing. Thank you. Motion is, we didn't vote on that.
We don't have a second, we have a first.
Yes. That was the discussion. Any more discussion? Should we do a roll call on that? Or, no? Okay. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the disposal of equipment, hand dryers, by listing on municipal bid to sell to the highest qualified bidder as submitted.
Second.
Any discussion?
I'll just follow up with that. I know we discussed this before. It was the wrong hand dryers that they went through. I did send a follow-up email today to maintenance, to the management of the company, asking, my request to them was whatever the difference, it was roughly $5,000. If we get 1,000 out of the sale of them, I'm asking them to refund the 4,000 because it was our previous director through them that ordered the wrong ones that put our tax base at holding them for that. So I will continue to follow up to make sure we get that rectified with them.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the 2024 government software agreement as submitted.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the dissolution of the following student activity funds as submitted, and to approve the transfer of the remaining funds to the high school student council activity account.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Just bummed out to see some of these programs not be in.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the 24-25 Adelphi Education Services Agreement as submitted.
Second.
Any discussion?
Question, is this the one for the school that's right down the street from here, or is this a different one?
No, this is.
Okay.
That's,
That's American, okay.
And it's just so that we have an agreement if we need to have it in place for a student place, and then we have an agreement ahead of time, just like we did last month with the place, right?
Thank you.
That's coming up on,
Yeah, oh, okay, I was thinking we did.
not yet.
Any further discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the April 2024 budget transfers as submitted.
So moved.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the agreement with Glade Run Lutheran as submitted. Any discussion?
I did do research into this before I agreed to this, so that I discussed with Dave, I discussed with Mr. Comar, and I discussed with some outside sources and did my own research and background, but it put everything to rest that I was questioning. So I just wanted to make that statement.
Okay.
Because I was questioning why we were looking at this to begin with. I didn't know why we didn't already have something like that in place.
Do you want to share anything that you?
No,
Okay.
because I thought that it was like similar to like a Delphi or Marquis or, and looking into what we had as the agreement and saying it was dealing with IEPs and things like, but then I did do, I went online and I Googled it and I looked into who they are and who they're attached to and everything to make sure that, there was nothing being imposed on school that I didn't feel we need here.
And it would basically come down to be per need, and it'd be per student on, if we have a student that we're looking to place somewhere, one of them their needs may fit better in that. And we always look, sometimes maybe a family member worked for one of them and they refuse to send their kid there. So by having multiple options like that available, it gives us that we can give the parents a choice so that we're not saying, hey, you have to go to this one. We can look at these and try to find the best fit for them.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the Professional Real Estate Appraisal Services Incorporated contract as submitted.
Motion. Second.
Any discussion?
And I can update the public on that. Just update on, we had a realty service that the owner and the appraiser had unfortunately passed away during the contract that was going on. So he did the work. We were billed for the work. We paid the money for it. But ultimately, the next step, I reached out to the executive director of his company and spoke with one of the attorneys at our previous firm just to get back on who had worked with the gentleman. They did the work. It goes to the ATI appeal that ATI went from the $5 million down to $2 million. It was a $3 million drop. So the look was, we need to do this work so that we can see if we can appeal to get it back up with that. He just was unable to do the service, and his work is now no longer available for that, and he wouldn't be able to testify in any of that. So we're looking to go out to have it redone there and proceed with, so that we're able to do that appeal.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to issue a broker of record letter to, are we
We're tabling.
tabling this?
Yeah.
Okay, so,
You need a motion to take.
yeah.
Motion to table 8.15.
All in favor? Any discussion on that? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to acknowledge receipt of the following financial report and to ratify, approve the expenditures expressly set forth herein. That's the treasurer's report, cash receipts, general fund revenue detail, general fund expenditure detail, check detail report, capital reserve revenue, capital reserve expenditures, construction fund 39 revenue, construction fund 39 expenditures, food service revenue, and food service expenditures. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the following use of facilities requests as submitted. Erin IU After School Program, June 10th to July 18th, 2024. The High School Student Council Kings of the Court event in the gymnasium. This is a retroactive approval for May 10th, 2024. Title I Elementary Glow Party in the multipurpose room, May 28th, 2024, and the Spanish Club info session for the Costa Rica classroom, retroactive approval from April 25th, 2024. The track team end of the year celebration at the football field, May 18th, retroactive, and the guidance ASVAB testing in the auditorium, October 10th, 2024. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the following field trip requests as submitted. Spanish 4 and 5 Cultural Day in Pittsburgh, and the senior class, Dave and Buster's, these are May 20th and May 22nd, respectively. These are retroactive approvals.
So moved.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Dr. Keebler, Superintendent Report, and STEB
Yeah, just an update on STEB. We're currently a holding pattern until July 1st. As we talked, our work with Mr. Walker and looking at those appeals, we found the 2021, 2022 properties, but the 2021 would have flipped them. So Renee Reynolds at STEB, we're going to hold off. On July 1st, we will file an appeal for this year's as well as for those 2022 properties. I know there were 3 properties that will be added for 2022. The ratio will drop. It'll help balance those millage and the cost going through on the step for the next part of that, but we will then follow up with an update this summer once we have that process going and get through that. We have 90 days from the July 1st to file that, and ultimately that will be the plan moving forward. Every July 1st, we will file it, which then gives us the time to look at those sales, see if there's anything we can appeal to them. And as I updated, just for anybody who wasn't here before, they have different regulations that they hold for what they accept, but they would throw a property out just because there was a boat dock on that. So it was our job to go back and fight and say it should be accepted on there. So we'll continue to look at those and improve or increase our knowledge even on that process as we do it each year. Other updates I have, I want to announce we were finally awarded officially the PCCD grant for the competitive school safety grant. We got $128,000 for the replacement of the door handles. So I worked with Adam today. We're going to get that scheduled. The hope would be by the end of July, early August, they will get started. That by the first day of school, when we have students here next year, we will have new door handles on every handle here. And then the other big part of this is a safety issue. There are keys in every office, every drawer in every office, laying on the floor in some offices. There's keys everywhere. So we're going to be much more critical of who's getting keys, where they have them, and we'll look at it. We have the new door handles we're getting have their own cores with them that are replaceable. So if we lose a key, we're just not handing out extra keys or making extra keys with it. We can change cores if we need to. We have an extra 80 that were ordered as a part of this so that we have them on site if that would happen with it. So I think it's a huge piece to increase security of what we're doing for all of our door handles. Graduations. I attended the Lenape Awards Assembly last week on Friday. It was nice seeing some of our students there as well as the other students up there. We have graduations coming up. Lenape, obviously, as Mr. Lovelace said, is this Friday, the 24th at 7 p.m. Obviously, our graduation is next Wednesday, May 29th at 7 p.m. at Veterans Field. Our class of 2036 kindergarten graduation is this Friday, May 24th at 1 p.m. And our class of 2037 pre-K graduation is on Thursday, May 30th at 11 a.m. Anybody is welcome to come to any of those that are on there. The high school awards assembly is this Friday at 8 a.m. Just an update with our admin team. I'm signing us up for the Act 13 training, and it was brought to my attention as we went through some trainings here that on March 27th of 2020, Governor Wolf had passed the Act 13 that went in with the teacher evaluation systems. It was perfect timing. It was 2 weeks after they put us out of school and we were learning from remotely. But ultimately, we've never been trained as a team. It was the change of what evaluations were happening for teachers, for principals, and this was holding a training. So I'm signing myself, Dr. Vargo, and Mr. Komar up so that we get trained together on that moving forward so that we have that. So that'll be done this summer before we come back. And then ultimately, we will have that training for the teachers as we come back so they're all aware of that. We've been working through it, but we've never done an official training on those adjustments. I'm working right now, met with McClure Monday, and we have the facility upgrade grant that I'm writing. I will provide updates as we go through there, but we're looking to include in that the roofs, the boilers, the additional HVAC, and all of the windows for the district. That is a 75-25 matching grant through the Department of Community and Economic Development. So if anybody's out there wants to give a shout out to them for Leechburg, we're going to continue pushing. I plan to go to some of our legislators' offices to push once I have a final copy, drop it off for them, and really hope it would be a game changer for us to be able to get 75% of all of those. So we'll continue to work hard, and hopefully we get that. At the elementary, we have elementary field day tomorrow. We'll be up at the field in the morning. We're taking the kids up. I have Chief Schaefer, who's going to park along the building here at 9 a.m. to try to warn people. We have people stationed going up. I do have a rain event if it would rain. We have a map to either keep them here. I also put in place, talking with Ronick, that if we would get up there and get trapped where we needed to go into the locker room because of the weather, we will have a bus come pick us up and bring the kids down, so we're not stuck walking down the hill if it would be weather that was bad for us to be in on that part. Elementary is a glow party next Tuesday, so it's a pretty fun day. Kids rotate through, they get ice cream, they get to go in, and we have Mr. Flores, our tech director, who's off that day, and he's DJing it. They get to go and dance with the glowing lights and stuff like that going on. Fifth grade has a cookout on May 29th. We always do that over in the grass area going forward on that part. And then on May 30th, we'll have a teacher cookout on that last day of service for the teachers. And I do want to thank the teachers as part of teacher appreciation. They've done a wonderful job. And ultimately, we have a great staff here working hard every day. And they're almost to the end of that. But thank you for everything on there. Any questions or anything on my updates? Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, we need to vote on the motion that we added to the agenda. It would be 8.17. I'm sorry, for the MOU.
Okay.
We voted to add it to the agenda, so we have to vote on
So can we do that? Just kind of go back and 8.17. A motion is needed to approve the MOU as submitted. Any discussion on that? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Motion is needed to approve, is this 12.1, the bus schedule changes as submitted. Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the updated bus drivers / bus substitute drivers list as submitted. Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the updated board committee meeting schedule as submitted.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the first reading of policy 300, hire the best, as submitted.
So moved.
Any discussion?
We didn't have that policy before.
We've been discussing it. It was, no, it's okay. It was on the agenda setting meeting. We put it forward, we looked at it. So now we're just voting that we've read it for the first time.
Okay, so there was never any other discussion on it, it's just.
This is the first reading, so if even this evening or for the second reading, you can make modifications.
Okay, that's fine, thanks.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the first reading of policy 303, employment of family members, as submitted.
Motion. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the updated organization chart as submitted.
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion is needed to approve the appointment of Tracy Roberts as treasurer of the Lenape Joint Operating Committee as submitted.
Second.
Any discussion? Roberts.
Is that this?
Oh, is Tracy Bowser and Tracy Roberts the same person? Okay, thank you. Okay, so it's Tracy Bowser, correct?
So I just want to make sure that.
Thank you.
because I was-
Good catch.
that's what I knew about.
Ms. Ettinger, just so I have this right, her correct last name is Bowser. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Knight. This is-
Sorry, that's not her right on it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Public comment, non-agenda items, Mr. Brady.
Thank you. I'd just like to acknowledge Ms. Edinger's excellent performance from when I was on the board and her dedication to the Leechburg School District, and wish her the best of luck in her new opportunity at Lenape. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next public work session agenda setting meeting will be held June 12th, 2024 at 7 PM in the Leechburg High School Library. Can we have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Meeting adjourned at 7:49 PM.
Are we doing a picture now?